Week 7. We'll talk about Northwestern and the Tigers of East Central as the Dean Gall Real Estate and Auction pregame show rolls on. But first, we'll take a look around the conference and see what else is on tap today as far as games go. Arkansas Monticello will travel to Russellville to take on Arkansas Tech. That's scheduled for a 2 o'clock kickoff. Oklahoma Baptist will head to Weatherford, where they will play Southwestern. Of course, East Central's here in town playing the Rangers. Henderson State will host Southern Arkansas. Southern Nazarene will be at home in Bethany against Southeastern, and then the conference matchup of the day, the one that's got all the eyes on it and probably the playoff implications, will be the Ouachita Baptist Tigers making the trip to Searcy, Arkansas to take on the Harding Bison. Those two both undefeated and at the top of the conference standings as of right now. Dustin, that should be a fantastic game.
It should. We talked a lot about it on Thursday. We've seen both Ouachita and Harding already this year, and I think we both. I think we both took Harding on Wednesday night. But that's going to be one heck of a matchup at 6 o'clock tonight. Should be a big crowd in Searcy for that one, and it'd probably be one that I'm probably going to have an opportunity to watch. Being at 6, we should be out here about 5 or a little after.
Absolutely easy to tune that one in. Well, in other conference news, the Rangers and the Tigers both coming off a loss last week. Northwestern, of course, went down to Harding here at homecoming. That was a 62-0 shutout for the Bison, I think, their second shutout of the season. East Central fell to Ouachita Baptist in a 31-14 contest, and you know what? Credit to East Central to score 14 points against Ouachita. That is a very, very stout Ouachita team, and then to hold them to just 31, the East Central defense plays very, very well. But let's get a look at what all the rest of the teams in the conference got done last week, as we will turn things over to Chase Hartzell and the boys and prepare to get the Great American Conference Rewind coming up after this break. You're listening to the Dean Gall Real Estate and Auction pregame show right here on the Rangers Sports Network.
Community Bank has been serving Alva, Oklahoma and the surrounding area since 1984. Community Bank was founded by local community members who wanted to ensure the banking needs of the community were being met. It has been our goal since inception to provide customer-focused services and community development. Our customers are friends, neighbors, and never just a number. We believe in investing in our community, and we pride ourselves in being your hometown bank. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Farmers are the backbone of our country, especially right here in Western Oklahoma. And we've got our farmers' backs at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. We are here to serve all needs to our farmers and ranchers with livestock loans, rural loans, real estate loans, operating loans, and of course, agribusiness loans. Serving our farmers since 1916 at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. Call or come by today and speak to one of our loan officers in Alva, Anadarko, Clinton, Elk City, Guyman, Tuttle, and Woodward.
Northwestern football is back in full swing, and just like the Rangers, Bank Central is here to help you score a touchdown. We offer multiple services to help you score on your own financial goals. Head to the end zone with Bank Central. Stop by 604 Flynn Street or call 580-327-1122. Our qualified professionals are available in Alva, Cherokee, Enid, and Woodward. Certain fees and restrictions may apply, or other terms and conditions may apply. Member FDIC, and as always, ride Rangers ride.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
This is JC Rewind. I'm Chase Hartzell. Southeastern Oklahoma State's Marquise Gray caught his third touchdown of the game as time expired to give the Savage Storm a 22-21 win over Arkansas Monticello. The Southeastern offense struggled to get moving in the first half, but scored 22 second-half points in the comeback victory. Gray ended the game with a total of 143 yards receiving on 11 catches. Quarterback Weston Conway threw for 291 yards, the most important of which came on the game winner, as called here by Jay Lindley of the Southeastern Sports Network.
Snap of the game coming here, receives it, looks right, goes back toward Gray. Gray, caught, touchdown! A juggling catch at the final buzzer for Marquise Gray. With the hat trick game, and they win in thrilling fashion. Marquise Gray, a walk-off touchdown reception, and State escapes 22-21.
In the second buzzer beater of the weekend in the conference, Arkansas Tech kicker Austin Hosier hit a 20-yard game winner as time expired to defeat Southwestern Oklahoma State 9-7. It marked the third straight year in the series Tech has won the game on a last-second field goal. Wonder Boy quarterback Tay Gatewood accounted for 229 total yards. For SWOSU, R.J. Powell led the way on defense with 11 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. Here's Sam Strassner of River Country KCJC with a call of Tech's game-winning field goal.
3 seconds left. 7-6 Southwestern Oklahoma State. And a 19-yard field goal from the left hash mark out of a hold by Aaron Wynn. They're going to mark it all the way back to the 10, so it'll be a 20-yard field goal. A 20-yard field goal for Austin Hosier on the final play of the game. Gregory Jones is the snapper. Austin Hosier waits. Snap, the hold, the kick. It is good! Austin Hosier from 20 yards on the final. I told you not to worry. I told you not to worry.
Oklahoma Baptist's slow start and SAU's dominant running game in the first half gave the Mule Riders a 28-3 halftime lead, and SAU kept its foot on the gas en route to a 63-24 win over the Bison. The Mule Riders had 592 yards of total offense, 477 of those on the ground, and 3 100-yard rushers, quarterback Obi Jones and running backs Caden Roach and Arquez Gomez. Jones scored 4 total touchdowns, including this 51-yard run in the first quarter, as called by Dan Gregory on the Mule Rider Sports Network.
Mule Riders will line up in a hurry, 1st and 10 from their 49-yard line, just under 13 minutes to play first quarter. Fake to the tailback, and here goes Jones. He's going to go the distance to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, O.B. Jones. They bit on the fake to Jarek Scales going left. Jones went right, and he took it to the house.
Henderson State jumped out to a 21-point first-half lead and defeated Southern Nazarene 42-28. The Reddies rushed for over 300 yards in the win. Quarterback Andrew Edwards threw for 196 yards and scored 5 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground and 3 through the air. Edwards connected on 2 of those touchdowns with wide receiver Chris Hatzes, who ended the game with 146 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, one of which came on this play in the fourth quarter. Here's that call from Blake Smith on the Henderson State Sports Network.
2 receivers to either side, bunched in not super tight. Edwards wants to throw, now steps up, throws over the middle, finds Hatzis again, first down and more into Southern Nazarene territory, and there goes Chris Hatzis again. Touchdown Reddies! 59 yards. Hatzis made several men miss, and the Reddies strike again.
Ouachita opened the game with 17 unanswered points, led 24-7 at halftime, and held that advantage in a 31-14 win at East Central. Quarterback Riley Harms was 19 of 28 passing for 218 yards and 3 touchdowns, to go along with 79 rushing yards. Receiver Connor Flanagan was Harms' favorite target of the day, with 11 catches for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ouachita's defense provided pressure early with this late first-quarter interception by Mario Ganter Jr., leading to an OBU touchdown. This is the call from Rex Nelson of the Ouachita Football Network.
Tigers of East Central with an empty backfield now. 5 wide outs. Mungale sets, throws, near side, picked off by Washington. Coming up with it for the Tigers, Mario Ganter Jr.
Harding dominated Northwestern Oklahoma State from the outset in a 62-0 win over the Rangers. Harding's defense played lights out, not only keeping the Rangers scoreless, but putting up points as well with a 99-yard interception return for a touchdown from Oric Walker Jr. The Bison's ground attack was a terror for the Rangers' defense all night, having 6 different players score rushing touchdowns. One of those 6 was this Braden J. 37-yard touchdown run, which gave the Bisons a 20-0 lead. Here's that call from Billy Morgan on the Harding Sports Network.
Second quarter, toss left side, Jay at the 30, gets outside, inside the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Harding. Braden Jay, 37 yards for the touchdown, and Harding leads it by a 20-0 score with 14:51 remaining in the second quarter.
This week in the Great American Conference, 5 games will kick off at 2 o'clock, including Oklahoma Baptist at Southwestern Oklahoma State, Southeastern Oklahoma State at Southern Nazarene, Arkansas Monticello at Arkansas Tech, Southern Arkansas at Henderson State, and East Central at Northwestern Oklahoma State. At 6 o'clock, all eyes will turn to First Security Stadium in Searcy for a national top 10 matchup as Ouachita travels to Harding. This has been the Week 6 GAC Rewind. I'm Chase Hartzell.
Fall is upon us, which means it's football season and cooler temperature. Holder Drug has everything you need for your tailgate, whether you support the Rangers, Goldbugs, or both. Right now, Holder Drug also has several new pieces to add to your fall decor as well. You can catch a glimpse on our VIP Facebook page or come by and see us in person. As always, the Fountain has daily specials available and features items such as the Jack and Jill Sundae. Plus, we offer delivery for your medications or prescriptions. This all happens at your local pharmacy, Holder Drug, located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
Life happens to us when we are busy making other plans. That's why the good people at Marshall Funeral Home make it their mission to take the stress and uncertainty out of ceremonial services. Marshall Funeral Home offers traditional services, giving your loved one the care and attention they deserve. Give Marshall Funeral Home a call at 580-327-2311 or visit us online at marshallfuneralhomes.com.
To prevent medication from getting into the wrong hands, it is crucial to store it out of sight and out of the reach of children and visitors. In addition, it is important to dispose of unwanted, expired, and unused medications in a safe manner. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org, or call 988 Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft Country is locally owned and operated since 1985, offering a full line of award-winning brands including Chevy and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So the next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come see us right here in Alva, located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard. Welcome back live to Ranger Field. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow, bringing you Week 7 action from the Ranger Football Sports Network. This is the Dean Gall Real Estate and Auction pregame show. We're talking about Northwestern and the Tigers of East Central University, East Central 2 and 4, as they make their way into the friendly confines of Ranger Field. Northwestern 0-6 in conference play, still looking for win number 1 this season. Dustin, the Tigers bring an exceptionally talented team to Alva. Only 2 wins to show for their efforts, but they've had some inconsistent play at quarterback, swapped a few guys in and out, then got bit a little bit by the injury bug. Last couple of weeks, they look like they have kind of found the guy they're going to go with this season. And there are a lot of offensive weapons out there.
There certainly are, and it's, of course, we're going to talk about it through our starting lineup, but Trey Edwards was the starter at the beginning of the season for the Tigers. He has been since moved to the backup spot. They've also played Zy Gravitt again, so they played 3 different quarterbacks, but we're going to see Jayave Mangale be the starter today. But you talk about the weapons, Isaiah Wilhoit on the outside, Scott Dior, we know him as a transfer, played at Laney College, was part of that Last Chance U, came from the University of Hawaii, and then C.J. Moore. If you're an Oklahoma State fan, you probably know who he is. Played a couple seasons at OSU before transferring to a junior college, Iowa Central Community College, then to Washington State, where he played for a little bit, and then now found his way back to Ada. But he's a big target at 6'4", 193 pounds. So they've got weapons everywhere on the outside.
They certainly do. They are an explosive team. They've underperformed just a little bit as far as scoring goes this season, but they're a powder keg waiting for a spark. Hopefully, it does not come today. I want to see the Ranger defense be the spoil sport against what could be a very powerful East Central offense. The Tigers don't lack much on defense either. They have got some standout players, including an exceptional linebacker. Where's jersey number 1? Devon Roush is his name. And Dustin, you've looked up some stuff on him. him. First team All-Great American, second team All-American, still playing in his senior year. He's been every bit as good as Bill.
Yeah, he's absolutely a stud. He was the Defensive Player of the Year in the Great American Conference a year ago. Again, first team All-GAC, second team All-American. He was also a part of the region team. So, again, the guy is an absolute stud at linebacker. And you've got some other guys. Jimmy Pitts, who's one of their safeties. He's got 5 interceptions this season, so you want to try and maybe not go to him. And then Prince Uman Mielen, who on the defensive end spot, again, a 6'7", 265-pound defensive end out of Nigeria. He's had a terrific season. Then on the other side, Yemi Oyesanya, another terrific defensive end. So they've got a lot of the talent, I think, again, pieces are defensively for East Central. They carry a very good defense coming into Alva today.
Easy to say that the defense for East Central has been the bright spot so far. That could change because, like I said, they're loaded with offensive talent as well. But when you look at this defense, one of the reasons they're so tough, Dustin, 2 exceptional defensive ends, so they've got the outside covered, a phenomenal middle linebacker, so they've got the inside covered, and then a fantastic safety back in coverage, so they've got the defensive secondary covered. There's just not a whole lot of weak spots in that East Central defense. So Coach Ronnie Jones and Coach Medrano will have their work cut out for them today as they try and devise an offensive scheme to slice through this East Central defense. It's time for the Moose starting lineup. And Dustin, as we always do with the starting lineup, brought to you by the Moose Lodge of Alva, did you know
that the Alva Moose Lodge cooked pulled pork for the Beatles Nursing Home Luau this year? Again, the Alva Moose Lodge continues to do so many things for businesses, of course, the schools within this community. Again, appreciate the Alva Moose Lodge being our starting lineup sponsor this year and serving, again, the pulled pork for the Beatles Nursing Home Luau this year.
A lot of great community service networks and organizations out there in Alva. The Moose Lodge, certainly second to none. Thank you to the Moose Lodge and their sponsorship of the starting lineup for Ranger football. We'll kick it off by taking a look at who's going to take the field first on the Rangers side of the ball, and we will start offensively. The Rangers will be led out across the offensive line by Josh Baker, 290-pound senior O-lineman on the right tackle side. The right guard will be Javion Combs. He's a junior, goes 350 pounds. Center Tristan Butler is a junior. He weighs 300 pounds as well. Left guard will be Stephen Cates, the 315-pound junior, and the left tackle Gavin Hewlett, a 285-pound sophomore. Just one senior on that offensive line, and again, that's Josh Baker over there on the right tackle side. Quarterback today expected to see Caleb Deal, the 6-foot-tall, 175-pound freshman ball slinger, and Caleb has looked better and better as he's gotten starts this year and continues to rack up stats. Tailbacks, we expect to see Jashawn Foster as the starter. Your fullback will probably be Keegan Kreitz, tight end Brody Williams, and then wide receiving core will include Braden Reichert, Travis Romar, and Chance Gill. Across the defensive side of the ball, the Rangers will line up on the line. They'll go Zay Curry, 6'3", 245-pound senior, Kalande Agunjamayo. Colliday Agunjamayo, goodness, 6'2", 265-pound senior on that defensive line. Gabe Dozier, 6'1", 205-pound freshman, been a really good addition to that defensive unit. And Chima Oz, the far side defensive end. He goes 6'3", 235 pounds. Chima is in his senior year. Linebacking core will be Antoine Martin and Carvel Jamison. Outside linebackers, Wilson Cowell. Your safety will be Jerron Burks and Braden Waters. And then your defensive backs, Isaiah Kellum and Dawson Marshall. And that will round out your starting lineup for the Rangers.
Now let's look at the starters now for the East Central Tigers, starting them again offensively. At left tackle, it'll be the 6'8", 314-pound sophomore Alejandro Flores. At left guard, the 6'3", 315-pound junior Kedarian Crooks. At center, will be 6'1", 285-pound redshirt sophomore be Tyson Johnson. At right guard, the 6'5", 290-pound redshirt freshman Ty Dodd, and the right tackle, the 6'4", 280-pound redshirt junior out of Aledo, Texas, Colby Thomas. The receivers, 5'9", 188-pound graduate Scott Dior, the 6'4", 193-pound graduate out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, C.J. Moore, and at the other wide receiver spot, the 6', 185-pound senior Isaiah Will Hoyt. At the tight end spot, the 6'4", 245-pound redshirt junior Jackson Allen. At tailback, it'll be Miles Davis, the 5'9", 170-pound senior out of Lawton. And the starting quarterback today, the signal caller, will be the 6'3", 233-pound redshirt senior, a transfer out of Texas A&M Commerce, Jayave Mongole. Defensively, for the Tigers across the front, we talked about Prince Uman Mielen, the 6'5", redshirt junior out of Nigeria. At the other defensive end spot, the 6', 240-pound redshirt senior out of Norman, Yemi Oyesanya. Again, the defensive tackle will be Michael Erim. The linebackers, there's 4 of them, will be Darian Williams, the 6'4", 245-pound graduate, Amir Muhammad, the 5'10", 215-pound redshirt junior. The other linebacker spot, the Mike linebacker, will be the 6'1", 215-pound senior, Devon Roush. And the other outside linebacker, a 6'6", 245-pound graduate, number 46, Jackson Flowers. The 2 corners, 6'1", 185-pound junior, number 20, Gio Waller. At the other spot, a familiar face for Ranger fans, the 6', 210-pound graduate out of Garland, Texas, former Ranger Terry Peters. The 2 safeties, and we talked about Jimmy Pitts, the 5'10 senior, number 9. And at the other strong safety spot, the 5'10", 185-pound redshirt sophomore out of the Colony, Texas, number 22, Cam Pear. That's, again, the starting lineup for the East Central Tigers, brought to you by the Alva Moose Lodge.
Terry Peters, certainly a name that we're familiar with, Colin, from up here in the booth. Like you said, Northwestern transfer over to East Central. Of course, the crossovers don't just stop there. The East Central, kind of like Northwestern, both teams have new coaches this season. East Central still working with a coach under the interim tag, but their offensive coordinator is none other than former Ranger head football coach Matt Walter, bringing his offense back to Ranger Field, this time for the Tigers and not the Rangers. So certainly an interesting matchup, to say the least, as we head into what will be a Game 7 Northwestern East Central football game. Hey, by the way, quick math on that starting lineup. If I did it correctly, the Northwestern offensive line averages 308 pounds across the board. The East Central defensive line, 268. You've got to wonder, will that be an advantage? We'll join the Ranger Band live for the national anthem. Rousing rendition of the national anthem put on there by the Northwestern Oklahoma State University Band. Out there on a windy day in Alva, Oklahoma, as the smoke emerges from the tunnel and the Rangers take the field. We'll take another time out here in the Dean Gall Real Estate and Auction pregame show. When we get back, it's the G&G Home Furnishings Keys to the Game. You're listening to Ranger Football right here on the Rangers Sports Network.
The Alva Moose Lodge is a proud supporter of all Northwestern and Alva public school activities and strives to be the heart of the community through fundraisers and community-based events that make a difference in the lives of individuals, kids, and families throughout Northwest Oklahoma. On a national basis, the Moose Fraternity provides at-risk children with a second chance at life and its senior members a comforting retirement at its 5-star senior facility in Florida. If you would like to see how you can help make a difference in the lives of those in need, stop by the Alva Moose Lodge Monday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at 302 7th Street to learn more.
When was the last time you evaluated your investment goals? With our ever-changing environment, it's time. Talk to us about locking in a high, long-term fixed interest rate and put your money to work for you. I'm Whitney Gum, and here at E&J Financial, we work with you to implement a custom plan to fit your financial goals. Call our office today at 580-327-2552 to book a complimentary financial review.
Securities offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services offered through Cambridge Investment Research Advisors. Cambridge and E&J Financial are not affiliated.
The Tacoma Farmers Co-op is a proud supporter of Ranger and Goldbug activities since 1916. They have been here to serve you with all your farming and ranching needs with a wide range of goods and services from fuel, hardware, fencing, tires, feed and seed, plus fertilizer. They're here to meet your needs. Choose to trade with a co-op that gives its profits back to you. To learn about the Tacoma Co-op Advantage, stop by one of 5 locations in Moreland, Freedom, Winoka, Jet, and Tacoma, or visit them at tacomacoop.com and get a better service at a better place.
Before you hit the road this football season to follow the Rangers and Goldbugs, be sure to stop into K&S Tire, your Goodyear tire dealer right here in Alva. K&S Tire has a staff with more than 40 years of experience in the tire and service industry. K&S Tire is here to make sure you get to the game safe and sound. So let their certified technicians help with preventative maintenance, wheel alignments, tire wear, brake checks, and oil changes. So get to the game safely this fall by stopping into K&S Tire, located at 2590 College Boulevard, right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Ranger Football. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow. The Dean Gall Real Estate and Auction pregame show rolls on. Captains headed to midfield, representing Northwestern, Isaiah Curry, Torrance Stevens, Antoine Martin, and Josh Baker. For the Tigers of East Central, they will roll out Devon Roush, Devon Roush, and Gio Walker, one of their offensive linemen. And then I believe the last guy, if I got a number correctly, is Isaiah Willahite. So East Central, Northwestern, both sending their captains to midfield for the coin toss. It is time for the G&G Home Furnishings keys to the game. Dustin Goodnow, what do the Rangers got to do to find a dub today?
Well, Rangers going to have some ground success, and again, we don't expect to see Darian Gill, so a lot of those carries are going to be put on Jashawn Foster, which we've been seeing him get more and more carries as the season rolls along. So that's going to be a big focus, I think, is the running game, because you're going to have to be able to run the football to throw the football with Caleb Deal. You can't have Caleb Deal sitting back there dropping back 30, 35 times a game without any kind of a running game. Limit the air attack for East Central. Again, we know what kind of big arm Mongole has back there in the pocket, and he's got some terrific targets in Will Hoyt, C.J. Moore, and Scott Dior. And the Rangers are going to have to get some pressure on him. Rangers have not been able to get hardly any pressure this year against the opposing quarterbacks. In fact, Northwestern only has 2 sacks so far this season, so they're going to have to get some pressure and not allow Mongole to sit back there and pick us apart, because we know how live his arm is. We got to see it a little bit against Arkansas Monticello.
Absolutely. I think we figured, that's the best we could count, he threw the ball about 63 yards, and that's not the hit and the bounce. That is from the point of release to the point of contact with the turf. And he did that with no forward momentum, just standing on his back foot and drilled one. So certainly a lot to look forward to there. We'll take our final timeout. When we get back, we kick things off. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva.
818 Diner has consistently provided the city of Alva with quality comfort food and great service since opening in 2019. Join us for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Some of our popular menu items to choose from include the BCB burger, the French dip, and our staples such as Terry's Chicken Fried Steak, Don's Hamburger Steak, and Joe's Chicken Tenders. Open Monday and Wednesday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you want a variety of menu items and friendly service to give you that local diner feeling, visit 818 Diner right here in Alva.
G&G Home Furnishings in Alva proudly supports all Alva Northwestern activities. G&G wants to remind you their store is dedicated to helping you find the perfect pieces to fit your home or business needs. Right now, G&G has several new fall decor pieces to choose from for your living room or business, so stop in today and check out their selection of appliances from brands such as LG, Samsung, GE, and Electrolux. Check out their Facebook page for new arrivals. Visit their website at gnghomefurnishings.com or come by and see them in person, located at 2107 College Boulevard, right here in Alva.
Welcome back live to Ranger Football. Northwestern set to kick the ball away. They will be kicking it in the direction of the tiers, so Northwestern will have the wind at their back. East Central will have to go into it. Kevion Davis will be back to receive, as well as is Dior Scott. High end-over-end kick for the Rangers, and that one is headed out of bounds. That'll be a flag to start things off. Well, Northwestern just hooked it.
Yeah, that's not necessarily what you wanted to see to open the game, because now East Central's going to start with pretty good field position. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line for the Tigers' first drive.
So the Tigers on offense, led out onto the field by Jehave Mangale.
Mangale this season, Matt, he's thrown for over 400 yards, has 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, throwing for just 105 yards this season.
Wears jersey number 15, East Central, white tops, white bottoms, black helmets adorned with orange, some black striping down the side of their pants. Rangers all in black today. Black tops, black bottoms, white numbers, and then a big red Ranger sticker on one side of the helmet, numbers on the other. East Central will check the play with the coaching staff. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Shotgun snap back, handoff to Miles Davis. That is going to be actually David Hall, who gets the first carry for the Tigers, and he will bulldoze forward for a pickup of 7, 2nd and 3 now upcoming for the Tigers.
Yeah,
So
David Hall, the junior running back. Outside of that, we don't have any information on him, Matt.
Carried the ball a handful of times. In fact, he was their second halfback to play against Monticello 2 weeks ago. Snap back to Mangale again. Hand off to Hall one more time out across the 45-yard line. Hammered down by the Ranger defense as he will spill over the 50, but he'll take the ball all the way down to midfield.
Well, that's no huddle right now. East Central getting back to that line pretty quick. That's 2 big runs to start as we see Ogunjamayo's hat came off, so he'll have to come off.
Ogunjamayo out, replaced by Chase Stokes. Rangers also swap one of the defensive secondary. First down for East Central. They've made the way to midfield on 2 straightforward carries from David Hall. Mangale, long snap count, takes the ball, fakes it this time. He will throw complete to C.J. Moore at the 45-yard line. Moore dodges a tackle, then dives forward. He will get down to about the 43.
What I'm surprised Moore didn't just keep continuing to go forward and hit the little juke move, and really lost probably a couple yards by doing that, but that's still a solid pickup. That's his 20th catch of the year for C.J. Moore.
5 wideouts in the rotation for East Central this time. It'll be an empty set backfield for Jehave Mangale. 3 down linemen for the Rangers. We don't see this look often from Northwestern. Normally, it's 4 guys across the line. Snap back, 3 rushing, throws over the middle. That is complete to Wilhite at the 30. Now down to the 25, across the 25, and he's going to be hammered down shy of the 20-yard line. Big pickup for the Tigers.
Yeah, Will Hoyt that time wide open, and Mangale again had all day to find him and just kind of sat out in that zone and able to find him and pick up another first down for the Tigers.
When you just rush 3, you really hope you get a little tighter coverage with that extra defensive secondary man back there. First down and 10 again for the Tigers. Ball is at the 21-yard line in Ranger territory. Knocking on the door of the red zone. Wind in their face. Jackson in motion. That's the tight end. Snap back to Mangale. Hand off to Hall going left side. Won't find the corner. Breaks a tackle at the 20. Across the 20 to the 19. And then spilled out of bounds by a host of Rangers at the 15-yard line. Looked like they had him initially at the line of scrimmage, able to surge forward.
Yeah, Carvel Jamison, the one who cleaned it up. But you're right, Matt. Looked like the Rangers were able to limit Hall to just maybe a yard or 2, but ends up able to pick up 5 or 6.
Mangale and Hall in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Nobody split to the far side. Snap back. Play action. Jehave loads up. Wants the end zone for C.J. Moore. Touchdown, Tigers. And the big 4-star wide receiver, Division I recruit to Oklahoma State to start his career will reel in a touchdown against Northwestern.
Has more touchdowns than he caught at OSU, and he makes the grab there. That was a heck of a play. And, Matt, we knew that was coming all week long. You got a 6'4" target. You throw it up to him. You let him go get it. That's an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Well, and he is not a small 6'4" guy. 6'4", 195 pounds, big physical wide receiver, plenty of speed. And that time he just won the battle, brought the ball down with him. Point after attempt is on the way from the Tigers. Looks good, is good. East Central jumps out to a 7-0 lead on the Rangers. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you.
We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
12:05 to play here in the opening quarter in Alva. East Central leading on the Community Bank scoreboard over Northwestern 7-0 as the Tigers go right down the field on the opening drive. It was a touchdown pass from Mongolay to C.J. Moore as the Tigers striking first.
Rangers kick return unit out onto the field. Back deep for Northwestern will be Blake Jones and Julian Jackson, one of the most dangerous players in Division II football as far as the kick return game goes. Tommy Yusei will be kicking off for East Central. Yusei is going to have to put some leg into this one, Dustin. We have got about a 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing to the south. So East Central with a three-quarter value wind in their face.
This kickoff going to be brought to you by Ridgeview Vet Hospital.
And here it is, high, end over end, it's short. Rangers calling for a fair catch. They'll make it at the 31-yard line, and that's where Northwestern will take over. And I don't know that you're going to get the ball to go a lot deeper than that with that wind today.
Yeah, no, it's probably a good idea because, a lot of times, sometimes see teams make mistakes with those type of kickoffs that time. But Kyle Brown did a good job of corralling that one with a fair catch.
So the Rangers come out onto the turf. Caleb Deal will lead his squad into battle. Deal, of course, the freshman quarterback from Frisco, Texas. Jashawn Foster will anchor him to his left. Everybody in tight. 4 wide receivers, but they're in tight and stacked. 2 left, 2 right. 4 down linemen for East Central. Snap back to Deal. Hand off to Foster. Tried to get to the outside. And I don't think that one's going to get there when you pull everybody in tight. You just have more defenders to string you out.
Well,
Roush on the stop.
Yeah, you saw who made the play. Devon Roush was all over at that time, and that's tackle number 1 for him. Came in averaging about 10 tackles a game.
Extremely wide splits for the O-line here. 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. But look how much gap there is between each of these linemen. I've not seen that this season. Ronnie Jones has got a space and a half between each of the offensive linemen. It looks like they just adorn the field, evenly spaced. Hand off to Foster again. This time big hole opens up across the 35. He's going to be hammered from both sides. Drops down at the 37. Good pickup on second down for the Rangers.
Matt, you see those wide splits. It kind of reminds you of Texas Tech back in the Mike Leach days.
Wondered if Foster occasionally has trouble seeing the gaps, and Ronnie said, we'll just make him 3 times as big. Big splits again for the Rangers on offense. 2 wide receivers left and right. 1 man in the backfield. It's Foster. 3rd down, upcoming handoff to Jashawn. Makes a man miss initially in the backfield, then surges forward, only able to get a yard as he falls forward, and that will bring up 4th down. Rangers going to have to punt.
Yeah, that was Oyasanya and Devon Roush making that play. And, they gave up the nice run on 2nd down. 3rd down, though, East Central had that one figured out.
Gavin Green on to punt it away. Dangerous return man back to receive it. That is Dior Scott. Dior Scott, another one of those big-time wide receiver recruits for East Central. And we've watched him in a couple of games, Dustin. We did some film homework this week. Short snap back to Gavin Green, able to handle it. Gets off a wobbling punt, sends Scott back to the 19-yard line where he'll call for the fair catch and take it. And East Central will be pinned slightly behind the 20 to start things off on their second offensive drive.
Looks like we have a media timeout.
Media timeout brought to you by Ignite Physical Therapy. We'll take it here in the booth. East Central on top of the Rangers 7-0 on the Community Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug.
Alva Health and Wellness is Alva's newest healthcare option, offering a broad array of services geared to address today's most common illnesses and injuries. Alva Health and Wellness offers services for you and your child, including sickness, wellness, chronic care management, vaccinations, weight loss, and so much more. Find more information online by visiting alvahealthandwellness.com or come by and make an appointment with Jeremy Logston in person at 515 College Avenue right here in Alva.
Northwestern football is back in full swing, and just like the Rangers, Bank Central is here to help you score a touchdown. We offer multiple services to help you score on your own financial goals. Head to the end zone with Bank Central. Stop by 604 Flynn Street or call 580-327-1122. Our qualified professionals are available in Alva, Cherokee, Enid, and Woodward. Certain fees and restrictions may apply or other terms and conditions may apply. Member FDIC. And as always, Ride Rangers Ride.
To go on the Community Bank scoreboard, East Central leading Northwestern 7-0 as the Tigers come back out for their second possession.
Jehave Mongale in the backfield. Shotgun approach for the Tigers. 3 wide receivers, 1 running back. It is Hall again. Mongale fakes the give. Now he's going to keep it. Just one man to beat, and he'll get all the way out 25-yard line across to the 27. He was drugged down by the shoulder pads, very, very close to horse collar territory. But clean tackle, no flag. Burks on the stop for the Rangers.
Yeah, again, if he gets around Burks, Matt, he's got a lot of running room down the sidelines. You see, he's not the quickest guy out there. He's a big kid, but he could have turned the corner. He would have had a lot of running room.
Now he'll take 9 on first down, though. 2nd down and 1 coming up. They will send Jackson, the tight end, in motion again, bring him into the left-hand side. Snap back, play action. Mongale rolling right, wants to throw, bullet pass. Hits the turf at the 40. Are they going to give him the catch? They are. That's going to be a first down for the Tigers at the 40-yard line.
You're going to see the one come in and call this incomplete, no question. You and I both saw it up here. That hit the turf.
East Central's head coach talking to the official. They want the catch. You can see Matt Walter standing over there joining in the discussion, trying to lobby.
Yeah, because you saw the official on the far side called it a catch. The one on the near side ran all the way out to the 40 and was like, no, clearly incomplete, and we both saw it.
Yeah, it was the near side back judge that came all the way over. In fact, that's a long run for him. He was at the 50-yard line. But that's where the angle of the pass was. His receiver's back was to the East Central sideline, ball side facing us. Incomplete pass on 2nd down brings up 3rd down and 1. Again, just 3 down linemen for the Rangers. Snap back to Mongale. Hand off the Hall. Big hole opens up across the 30-yard line. Stiff arms a man down to the 40, 45, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds. Flag comes in.
Yeah, that was thrown down the field.
The carry by Hall
that
around the
could
left
be.
side.
I mean, normally that's where you would see a late hit out of bounds. But I didn't think that hit was late. They shoved him.
Could be holding down the field, too, on one of the receivers blocking
Let's hope.
it. Here we go.
Sideline interference?
Oh, there you go. Never mind. Well, and we didn't get the call, obviously. Whitecaps, Mike always works in a pregame.
Yeah, the test went really well.
Well, yeah, it did.
So, nevertheless, we'll try and double-check what we've got there.
First down for the Tigers.
East Central
Ball
ends
at
up
the
with the first
46.
down. Ball at the 46-yard line, 8:53 left to go in quarter number 1. Tigers on top 7-0 on the Community Bank scoreboard. Mongale takes the snap, wants to run. A little bit of a delayed quarterback draw, gets through the initial wave, then slides down at about the 47-yard line.
Hey, interesting call there again because Mongale not the quickest guy out there. I guess trying to catch the Rangers off guard that time.
Mongale again out of the shotgun. 4 wideouts this time. Snap back. Hand off to David Hall, and he will accelerate to the 50. He's wrapped up, spun around, and then eventually shoved out into Ranger territory. East Central will have the ball at the 49-yard line. They're going to face a 3rd down, and we'll call it 5 because it is.
And off to Hall. Tackle made by Curry and
once again going quickly, they get up to the line.
3rd and 5.
Mongale with 3 wideouts to the far side of the field, 1 man to the near side. It's C.J. Moore closest to us on that near side. East Central moving right to left across our broadcast position.
Well, and if Waters does not back up, it's going to be man-to-man on the near side down here with Isaiah Wilhoit.
3 to the far side. Braden Waters creeping up. Rangers show blitz. They'll bring it. Wilhoit out in the flat, and they're going to throw instead to the halfback out, and he is going to be body slammed at the 49-yard line in Tiger territory. East Central goes the wrong way, and now a punt situation comes up for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a good stop there from the Rangers, and you saw Will Hoyt ran the slant route, and they tried to sneak Hall out of the backfield. Rangers were prepared, though, defensively, and that's a big stop as we're going to see Reese Connor come out and punt. And this guy's a huge weapon for East Central this season, averaging over 40 yards a punt. He's got 10 inside the 20. 10 of those are more than 50 yards and along at 73.
This one into a prevailing wind, though. Chance Gill back to receive. Rangers bring pressure, end over end kick. It'll hit down and bounce at the 20 and then kind of start rolling horizontally across the field. It'll be stopped at the 16-yard line, so still a good punt into the wind, and the Rangers are backed up for possession number 2.
Yeah, that's now 11 punts inside the 20 from Reese Connor. Again, the 5'11 redshirt sophomore out of Foster, Oklahoma.
Certainly a very capable punter. Caleb Deal and company back out onto the field. Ranger defense gets a stop. East Central with 50 receiving yards on the afternoon, 45 rush yards so far. Northwestern 3 rushing attempts, just 7 yards to show for their effort. The Rangers have not thrown the ball yet today. 4 wideouts to the near side, nobody to the far side for Caleb Deal. Takes the snap, handoff, no, fakes it, keeps it, and now Deal backing up. East Central was not fooled by that one, and that impressive defensive front for the Tigers gets through. In fact, it was Yemi Oyasana on the stop.
Yeah, a couple of guys. Roush was in there, Darian Williams, the other guy at linebacker. And again, Rangers not having a whole lot of success in the running game outside of that 1 5-yard run earlier.
Darian Williams also back there for East Central.
Well, we've seen Julian Jackson was put in, and he's now split out on the near side.
Another bunch formation for the Rangers. 3 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Everybody in tight. Snap back to Caleb Deal. Pocket holds. Deal now has to take off. Didn't find an open receiver. Good coverage downfield, and Deal will scamper across the 20 and then dive head first to the 24-yard line. Got back.
Make it 3rd down and 2 for the Rangers.
Or, 7 or maybe 8. Forward. Yeah, I was trying to figure that up. Once he got across the line of scrimmage, he had some good running room.
Yeah, it was good coverage downfield. Again, nobody open, and Deal makes a nice move to get around Roush, actually, and able to pick up at least some positive yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Dive help, 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. Ball is at the 24-yard line. Deal, empty set backfield, 5 wideouts. Snap back to Caleb Deal. He's going to try and run again, finds a hole, dives forward, got to the 25, but he's short of the 1st down again.
And again, the Tigers closed quickly once more. They making the stop. It looked like that time Roush and Keon Davis.
I think Coach Madrano may see that 3-man front from the Tigers and some pretty good gaps out there and think we can exploit that. So far, it's only worked a little, and it didn't work there. 4th down and 1 now upcoming. Rangers at the 25, they needed the 26. Gavin Green on to punt it away. Nice snap back to Green. Heavy pressure, gets the kick away, wobbling. Fielded by Dior Scott at the 39. He'll cross the 40, makes a man miss to the 45, wrapped up, hammered to the turf, right on the 45-yard line.
As Bo Foster, along with Ruben Alvarado, who come up with that stop. And still getting, again, pretty good field position for East Central. They started at the 35, of course, now here at the 45. This will be their 3rd drive.
Ranger defense coming off a nice stop. We'll see if they can repeat that. Offense needs to get clicking. So far, not much working. Demarion Montgomery in place of Hall in the tailback position.
Again, we've yet to see Miles Davis.
Mongole with a man in motion, hands off to Montgomery, big hole right side across the 45, hammered shy of the 50, and then moves the pile all the way to the 49-yard line. Effective run from Montgomery. Montgomery and Hall basically clones of each other. They look very, very similar in build.
Yeah, Montgomery going at 6'1", 198, junior out of Macomb, Mississippi. Transfer from Southwest Community College.
David Hall, very similar in build and size. Mongolay steps back, throws near side, complete to Dior Scott. He will have it at the 49-yard line, gets wrapped up, brought to the turf. Good open field tackle for the Rangers right there. It was Braden Waters.
Yeah, it was. They tried the screen pass, and Waters read it well, and that's a good stop to bring Dior Scott down. Pick up basically nothing. Maybe they lost a yard.
Scott is one of the big sparks for this offensive unit. When they get in tough times, a lot of the time, you see him look to Dior Scott, leading wide receiver and big playmaker for the Tigers.
Well, and you haven't seen them go to C.J. Moore outside of that first drive now.
Only for the touchdown, really. I mean, once before and then once in the end zone. Moore will be lined up far side of the field. Dior Scott and Will Hike to the near side. Long snap count. Mongolay looking at the blitz. Rangers will bring some pressure. Mongolay back to throw. Finds a window. Complete to Dior Scott. Cuts back at the 45 and then is spun out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Plenty good for a first down for the Tigers. It was Antoine Martin and Jerron Burks on a stop for the Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers brought pressure that time, and Mongolay, give him credit, stayed in the pocket and delivered a strikeout to Dior Scott, and he's able to do the rest and picking up another first down.
Moves the ball forward into Ranger territory. Ball right at the 40-yard line. Maybe just a little behind it. It looks like they will need just shy of the 30 to convert for their next first down. 2:38 left to go in quarter number one. Tigers up 7-0. Snap back, handoff to Scott going far side. Now has to cut inside. Rangers read it well as Dior Scott is attacked from behind. And that was Chima Oz that got in there, then dove forward to take Scott down.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Chima Oz to push him back to the center of the field and not let him bounce that one outside and limit that gain to just one. That was a nice play from Chima Oz.
Second down and one upcoming. Two wide receivers make it three to the far side. One of them a big tight end. Just Will Hite to the near side. One man in motion across the formation. A little bit of an I formation as they've got Montgomery behind the quarterback this time. They'll hand off. Montgomery near side 40. Now down to the 30. Slips through tacklers to the 20, to the 10, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. I think he saw the flag was thrown and went out of bounds to avoid a big hit along the sideline as he was being really chased down. That looks like it's going to be a hold, baby.
This is coming back. Braden Waters was being held, and it was right in front of the coaching staff. They could see it. Everybody in the stands could see that one.
Nice run from East Central's Montgomery.
Holding against the Tigers, that penalty is declined. Holding against the Tigers again, that'll be a 10-yard penalty.
They may be, so you could hear Terry Lohman talk there. There were two different penalties on the play, both of them holding. Can't take them both.
So if you didn't see the first one, you got him again.
The Rangers will take the one that happened closer to the line of scrimmage because that backs them up further as it's 10 yards from the spot. That will put the Tigers in second down and 16, maybe 17.
Yeah, they've got to get right down to the 30 for a first down.
Ball is currently at the 47-yard line. Mongolay in the backfield. He has with him this time David Hall. They've switched out halfbacks. Snap back, Mongolay to Hall, straight forward. Skips through the first set of tacklers into the defensive secondary. Now backing his way up across the 40-yard line before the Rangers can get the legs out from underneath him. And Hall will go down at the 39. Good pickup on second down. 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. This is a big one for the Rangers.
Yeah, it is. Rangers got to get off the field here. This is where you want them at 3rd and long. We'll see if the Rangers decide to bring pressure. You know, they've been having 3-down linemen. They're going to line up with 4-down linemen here.
Jayton Franklin, the tight end in the mix. He's going to be split out wide to the near side this time. Balanced offensive set for the Tigers. Snap back to Mongolay. Hand off to Hall, stringing out far side, puts his head down at the 40. Plenty of Rangers to stop him, and they'll roll him up back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Tigers.
I got to tell you, that's a pretty questionable call offensively. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to catch the Rangers off guard or not running just a running play on 3rd and 9, but of course, Rangers defense, you'll take it.
So now a question for the Tigers. Ball is at the 39-yard line.
You're against the wind. I mean, you might as well. It's 3rd and 9. I could see either going for it or maybe even a quick kick.
I was going to say field goal's probably out of it. The question is if you're going to punt, how does it look? Tigers look like they brought their offense out. They're going to force the Rangers to burn a timeout. 26 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. 7-0 Tigers on the Community Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug.
At Ignite Physical Therapy, we assist in the therapy of many different aspects, such as advanced problem solving, joint mobilization, treatment of adverse neural tension, evaluation and treatment of muscle imbalance, tissue-specific exercise, and patient education. Dr. Jared Hayda and staff want to get you back to the life that you had before your injury. They have helped so many through rehabilitation, and they can do the same for you. Stop by and see the staff at Ignite Physical Therapy on 520 Flynn Street, or make an appointment by calling 580-327-3331.
Looking for the best in lawn care? Peak Environment has you covered. We offer a wide range of services, including full-service mowing, weed control, Christmas light installation, and more. Peak Environment provides efficient and affordable services across Northwest Oklahoma with branches in Alva, Enid, and Woodward. Call our office today at 580-748-8003 for a free quote on any service. That's Peak Environment, 748-8003. Proud supporter of all Ranger and Goldbug athletics. Welcome back live to Ranger Football. Matt Adair, Dustin Goodnow, the lineup here today. Big fourth down upcoming for the Tigers. They will face 4th and 9 from the 39-yard line. Jehave Mangale in the backfield. Halfback beside him to the left. 2 wideouts to either side. Rangers creeping up. They will show pressure, bringing people. Mangale wants to throw. Off his back foot. It is diving.
I think
caught by Dior Scott at the 15. What a layout catch from a fantastic wide receiver, and a flag down in the backfield. This could be roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think you're right. Again, the Rangers sent the house that time, and Mangale just backpedaling. And, Matt, you see the arm strength with him backpedaling, still able to make that throw. And how about, Dior Scott laying out to make that grab. Very impressive catch and throw.
Mangale threw that from the 50-yard line, retreating off his back foot. It hit at the 15, give or take, and it was into a strong wind.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame, the arm strength of this kid, and you saw it right there how impressive that was.
I believe it was a roughing call. That'll be half the distance to the goal line, so that will set the Tigers up inside the 10. That's unfortunate.
Well, again,
the whole thing was unfortunate. The catch was unfortunate for the Rangers. It was just really an athletic grab by Dior Scott.
Well, we saw it last time down here. Watch the fade route. Moore's obviously up top.
And now whistles and a stoppage of play as the referees discuss something. Clock is still running. It shouldn't be. The referees called it to stop.
Well, no, they stopped with 1 second.
There shouldn't have been a runoff of any kind there.
And now it's the end of the first quarter.
They're still acting like they're going to have a down here. Yes. There's some confusion going on. Number one, when the referees went to talk to each other, they waved their hands. That should stop the clock, but instead they will decide to end the first quarter of play. Interesting series of events there. No idea what's going on. We'll try and figure that out. We'll take a break and be back. Tigers on top, 7-0 on the Community Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug.
We know how much love your pet gives you. We're Ridgeview Veterinary Hospital. We're always here for you and your pet. Ridgeview Vet Hospital provides the most comprehensive care from regular checkups to emergency. Ridgeview Vet Hospital proudly provides veterinary services to all animals, large or small. Visit us today to let Dr. Lohman and his staff take care of your extended family, located right here in Alva, or call us to schedule your appointment at 580-327-0201. Ridgeview Vet Hospital is a proud supporter of Alva and Northwestern activities.
Keeping your car clean is an inexpensive way to protect its value. Shirley Shine Car Wash, located west of Love, offers a 6-bay self-serve car wash, including 3 truck bays. Your wash options include soap, tire cleaner, foamy brush, wax, spot-free rinse, and air chamois. And you can pay with credit, debit card, or quarters. Don't just clean the outside, clean the inside with its self-serve car vacuum. You can also clean your pet with their self-serve dog wash. Company vehicle? Be sure to ask about our fleet account, so the next time your vehicle needs rinsed or detailed, come by Shirley Shine Car Wash, located right here in Alva.
15 minutes to go as we start the second quarter. East Central